Russell has it with Clark in front of him. Here comes Edwards. Head of steam, high and mighty. Anthony Edwards. Brooks in front of him. Transition three, sidestep three instead for Edwards. Won't fall, but Anderson comes away with it, and they'll reset the possession. Anderson cross court to Edwards here. We'll go baseline, cut off by Brooks, pull up jumper, no. Similar size, similar skill set.
I think you're right. I think Boris was maybe a more willing passer, like you said, more creative and getting a shot. Obviously had a dunk earlier in the game, a pull-up mid-range shot, and now to the free throw line. But there's no indecision. He is in attack mode.
Free throw shooter.
See, I like that. See, he's a slasher. You know, we talk all about shooting and 3D and, you know, talk about the guys that like to drive to the rim a little bit more.
Well, and Chris Finch talked about it with us, how he's attacking all different kinds of defenses now. Jackson for three, in and out. Many of you have probably already gone to YouTube to look up the video of him dunking on Jalen Smith in Indiana.
I thought it'd be a little closer with the numbers there.
It's early. Polls are still open.
That's true.
Ooh. Edwards hanging and hitting over Aldama.
Right now, Minnesota getting whatever they want in the paint. Memphis defense, they're going to have to tighten up here.
Brooks way off on the three. Naz Reid steps right in and steps up to the three-point line.
Staying attached to shooters. Reid, and then up on that last play for Memphis.
Edwards to the left, doesn't draw iron.
Grant, because he understands that's where his superpower is. But I must add to this, Matt, that he's the youngest guy to 500 made threes in his career.
That 503 happened 11 days ago against Utah.
But to really take over for his team and give him a lift going into halftime, let's see if he can get going.
He's 2 for 2. Russell answers right back. He's now 3 of 7 from three-point range. Back to Knight, over to McDaniels. Baseline drive. Edwards in the paint. Euro step, left hand finish. Beautiful. The Ant-Man. And he's having a good half here. 15 points now on 6 of 11 shooting. They'll need that offense without Desmond Bane tonight. Foul to give from Memphis. They don't take it. Edwards does take it.
Outplaying in terms of effort. I think there's a little bit harder effort from the Timberwolves. But I think the second half, the bigs, Jaren Jackson Jr. and Clark, have to step up and get more action for their team.
Grizzlies don't have one of their real weapons on the offensive end in Steven Adams, who will be out 3 to 5 weeks with a knee injury. Scramble here. Edwards up top. Grizzlies got a hand on that. The delivery to Gobert wasn't quite there. Jackson playing with 3 fouls in that first half. Kyle Anderson also had 3 fouls before halftime. Edwards back out to slow-mo. Began this game with a 3 and knocks one down there, and Taylor Jenkins has already seen enough. Over Gobert. Back brings it. The big fella comes down with it. To mention the numbers in the first half, so far, about halfway through his first season as Edwards hits. And I've said this before on the air, and it's hard to believe, Rudy Gobert has the best individual offensive rating in NBA history.
You know, I did not know that. And obviously, good execution, great shot attempts on the offensive end, and you can slowly get back into this game.
Yeah, their offense hasn't had a ton of flow to it tonight, but if they can continue. Pulls up in transition, they'll reset the offense. Mismatch with Aldama in front of him. Working on it, past him. Good contest by Clark. It wound up in Reed's hands. Couldn't connect. McDaniels comes away with it. Edwards in transition. Pause for poise and got the 3. Leave it.
Played a role in him making the All-Star team.
I think Zion.
Arbitrary.
No, I'm saying it because he came in with so much fanfare, and so much excitement and so much anticipation, and he's been hurt a lot.
That guy has a lot to do with it. Edwards draws a crowd out to Reed. Crossover past Brooks over Aldama, and pretty move from Naz Reid. LeBron James and Giannis Antetokounmpo choosing up sides.
You know, I like that. You know, a few years ago we went to the Elam system. You know, a set number you're getting to win the game, like pickup basketball. Now we're having captains pick their team right before the game, like pickup basketball. So
Not going to no man's land this time. Oh, nice crossover. The pull-up. Rims out on a three. Here's Morant.
Digging deep.
Somebody was doing their homework,
statistical minutia.
I like
Edwards from the free throw line. Another step back against Jackson.
Getting downhill where we know he's so dangerous.
Grizzlies just 7 of 23 from three-point range as Jackson tries it. And that's off the front rim as well. Roddy, big body inside, but turned away by Noel. Around Tillman. Nowhere to go with Gobert in front of them. To LaRavia.
From the free throw line in those close games, they're 2-2 on these last 4 games.
Brooks over Gobert at the dunk on the other end. And it's tapped out to Russell. Edwards. Little momentum to Anderson. Transition bucket for Minnesota. Handoff for Edwards. Rises, fires. Front rim. Slow-mo. Put back.
Coaches, neighbors. He said, Grant, coming back now? I only have to give away 10 tickets. That's all. That's nothing.
Anderson. That really was a slow-mo move.
That chant, guys.
Maybe a little early in Anthony Edwards' career for the MVP chance, but he'll take him.
Memphis Grizzly team.
Only Kevin Durant has scored more, minimum 2 games against Memphis so far. And with that make, he's got 25 on the night.
Screen and roll with Ja Morant getting downhill.
It was stripped by Gobert. Gobert switches out on him. He's out on the island. Morant for 3. Jackson with the board and lost it. Screen from Gobert. Edwards baseline, lost it on his way up. He wants a foul.
Just have really struggled and been out of sorts offensively, and to think they could be shut down and kept under 100 points.
Hesitation by Edwards. Great recovery by Jackson, who blocked it. Morant in the open floor. Ahead to Williams, and he'll finish with the layup.